Step 1, insurance. Step 2, emergency savings. Then step 3 is to...
How much you spend on food? Because right now you only got food, telephone bill, right?
Oh my god, I tell you my grade is...
Huh? What are you spending on, sia?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I literally saw the ad for 5 seconds. I bought it in the next like 10 seconds.
Social media is evil!
This cannot be construed as financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
We thought we'd take a slightly different approach this time because talk about investment again, a bit like, you know? Okay, so today we have Jia Jia here with us.
Hey!
One of our newest full-timers just converted and this is her first full-time job.
Yes, adult money.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hashtag adult money. Yeah, let's go. So it's almost like a tradition in this company is that when we have new employees join the company, John
Young lah,
actually...
must be young.
Actually, no way, I was quite old.
But then you ask me.
Okay,
I won't
fair.
approach you, yeah.
Huh, that means you wouldn't have had the talk with me.
Because I feel like I might be overstepping, no man.
okay, a bit. The tradition is that John will usually give the new employee like a chat to see where they stand financially, in terms of like financial literacy, and if need be, kind of like be able to offer them like a resource of knowledge to level up their financial game while they are still at the early stages, and so that they don't kind of repeat the mistakes that I guess he's been through lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I starting to earn adult money, right? I'm torn between should I YOLO and spend on whatever I want, right? Just buy whatever I want, or like save lah.
The way she phrased it to me was slightly different. How long can she go spending and enjoying the money first until she really needs to like, okay, put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Let me now start working. The moment she said it to me, I feel like there are a very clear set of multiple foundational moves that she can make so that she can straddle a balance of being able to enjoy while also working for the future. And I think we're going to cover a bunch of these hopefully in a bit more detail for you.
Okay, thank you.
But I think the first and most important one is investment lah. But because...
Sure. But I want to say, this cannot be construed as financial advice. Okay?
This is not financial advice.
But this is just how I do it. Okay? So after you get base level insurance, if money is tight, then you don't need to get death benefit yet because no one is dependent on your income. You're still kind of taking care of yourself only at this point, right? So you get everything else other than death, that insurance settle. Then many people say you need 3 to 6 months of safety income. So basically how much you make or how much you spend every month, then you times 3 times 6. That's the base amount that you need to keep. Personally, I never really had that until I was 30s. I feel like I had 1 month, then enough. And I can tell you in this company, at least won't. Unless you plan to go route, then you better do that. But if you never plan to go route, this company quite won't. So
But I feel like 1 month feel like I spent one travel and gone.
No, I agree. But also that back then, because when I was trying to get into it, right, I realized it's going to take me so long to even save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. I'm missing out on investing. Yeah. So I wanted to be able to just have that. And then whatever 3 to 6 months look like, maybe 5K, right? 5K, I feel damn rich as a 25-year-old. I like go out, then just like, yeah, let's order what we want. You know, let's order, let's go for dessert. Yeah. Then after that, I spend until left 1, 2K, then panic again, then scared again. Then scared again, wait for next month and do, because now you're scared, you got no more buffer to do anything, take any risk. Yeah. So I didn't personally do 3 to 6 months. I'm not asking you all to do it also lah. Yeah, but that's my risk appetite. After you settle that cash savings and then you settle your insurance, everything else is wealth planning already. So there's a few layers to my wealth planning. The first one is the investment side. I use a robo-advisor. You don't have to use a robo-advisor. You can just invest on your own, like invest in the index or whatnot. I cannot give you financial advice, but you go figure it out, right?
And if you want to, use Okta.
Or a robo-advisor or a robo-advisor with your bank and whatnot.
Or Okta.
Or Okta. So that one is the one cannot tell one. Every month I will put X amount inside.
Yeah.
So the amount increase as my earning power increase. Yeah. So that one to me is I won't unlock until I really need it. Let's say Choi gonna cancel, my parents gonna cancel, whatnot, right? Or I will only see that money when I'm 50, 55. So that one at your age, right? I tell you, at the average rate of returns, right? Money doubles. That's how compound interest and math works. If at your age, you can start with 100, 200, 300. If you can move to 500, right? If I'm not wrong, at your age, by age 50, right? $1 million is 包家one.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's
not faster than
it's about...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So it's not 50. I just did the math quickly. It's actually at 55. If you invested 500 every month in S&P 500, assuming annually it's about 10%.
Oh, 10%. No, 10% is too much.
The calculation here averages it. So ChatGPT lah. Based on that calculation, it's about $1 million at 55.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the total
55.
amount you have put in is only $180,000. So your $180,000 that you put in, right? the value of it, because you put it here, grew to 1 million. Yeah, that is the crazy part.
So you think about how many people that earn extra $500 a month, but then that $500 is spent on travel or food or whatnot, right? I mean, I also understand that a lot of people really don't have the $500 a month. But how many of you actually have and you blow it on shit, right? So if you put that aside, at age 50, your $1 million is 包jiao one. So that is my safe investment I won't touch until 50, 55.
Okay.
Okay? And then I will buy some form of annuities/fixed deposits. Those are bonuses that I give myself because I know I like risk taking. So you all know that like I don't like buy things, but then I like going to casino. Or when I travel, if there's a casino, I will go. So I will lock up money that will pay myself every few years.
Okay.
Wait, how
can
does this
do
thing work? I'm so confused.
So basically how this works is that at the start of the year, I will put $6,000.
Okay.
I put for 5 years.
Okay.
So it's
Like
36.
with a bank.
So it's 30,000 with my insurance company or whichever.
Okay.
So then I lock 30,000 aside, right? When I'm 55, this 30,000 becomes like 200,000.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's money locked up one, so the interest rate is
Right.
better also. Something along that line, maybe 170,000 to 200,000. So you imagine that's if you won 500. Imagine at this age you can win 500. As you start earning more, you'll be 600, 700, 800, 1,000, 2,000. You bring that number from 55 down to 50 to 45. It's super, super sick. What my fear is that when I unlock that money when I'm 50, 55, right, I would suddenly very cash rich, right? Maybe I invest in your business, or I go and do a new startup, or I go and buy crypto, then bust. So then, wow, then what happened? Then that's my whole life saving. I spent my entire adult life trying to work this number together. So then my annuity will...
The
then-
safe one.
So then I got this money that is locked up this whole time. I couldn't touch that. I only 55 or 60 years old, then this money come out. So in case I blow that money, right, I got money stashed there.
Right.
Yeah, so then I will collect more and more annuities at 55, 60, 65, 70. Oh, and the very important thing is that all these parts are automated. Meaning the day payday come in, right? You see this company payday never late one because mine is automated. Yeah, so
One time late.
never.
One time.
Really? One time late?
Yeah, then I didn't get my interest.
Complain finance department.
All these things all deducted already. So, which means the balance, right, to me is off money. Which is, I just need to make sure I have enough for the month. The rest, I fulfill my need for risk.
Wait, so this plan, right? It's not ideal for people who like feel like YOLO ma.
YOLO.
Huh?
To me, this is the most YOLO plan that I can think of that is
But you 60
fits my
then can
personality.
like
No, because I'm not saying that every month I finish my money to zero. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I'm saying every month, whatever that money is left, if I this month choose to enjoy, I will just enjoy and YOLO.
right.
But I'm not sacrificing retirement. I'm not sacrificing the years where I don't have income or my income will be cut. Yet at the same time, I'm also day trading. So what my day trading allows me to do is that maybe if I make a few right moves in the next 2 months, I retire next year. You know what I'm saying?
I know, cause he always on his computer, right? I see the thing move before. Then suddenly he like, I show you example. It was like actually like proper thing, like maybe $600.
Yeah.
Then he talk to me, right? Then suddenly say, hey, see, I lose 1K. Then I'm like, what the hell?
No, when we recover back, I never close the position.
I see.
Okay, so just to break it down and simplify, step 1, insurance. Step 2, emergency
Cash flow,
savings,
yeah.
3 to 6 months
Okay.
of expenses.
For me, it's 1-2
Then
months.
step 3 is to establish some form of this kind of long-term investment. Okay. Then after that, the step 4 is the excess risk. sorry.
It's not step 4, it's optional.
Okay. Step 4 is optional. Whack. okay. But right,
Step 4 is my favorite.
for anybody who doesn't really understand at this point, but when it comes to the investing portion, when we say investing, in this context, we're talking about something a little bit more long-term, about an alternative to putting your money in the bank.
Yeah.
And then when we talk about trading, that's almost like the excess money that you have that you are willing to risk, that you use and apply to almost like a secondary skill set that you're trying to achieve for a secondary form of income.
If you do trading long term, is it investing?
It's a job.
Oh.
Yeah, then you
to
become
me,
a day
trading,
trader,
yeah.
No, okay. So you know the people in the New York exchange, they like buy this. That one is trading, right?
Some
Not
lah.
necessarily. Yeah, we don't, those people are just facilitating orders. Okay, never mind. I think we jump too far. 我们拉回来.
Okay, then why I cannot just put in the bank? Why should I invest?
Number one, what you want to do is invest to invest, right? Is you are trying to beat inflation. Okay, so every year the inflation is like 4%, 5%. So if your bank give you 2%, you lose. But 1-2% better than nothing. What you're trying to do is at least match inflation, so your buying power does not decrease over time. That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, we must know for a fact that the value of money will drop over time Because the global banking system is printing money. Every time you deposit money in the bank, how the bank make money is they take your money, they lend it out in their books. So you give me $1,000, right? Then he wants to borrow $500, right? So let's say my bank goes on now. You give me 1,000, I lend you 500. So in my ledger, right, I have $1,000 of your asset and $500 of what I loan you owe me. So my ledger, I have $1,500 of assets. But where got $1,500? Only $1,000 walk through my door. So money has been created out of thin air due to our banking system, you understand? So if money can be created, the value of money will drop.
Cause got more.
Because got more.
Okay.
So if everybody in Singapore is given $1 million, then eggs will probably be $500. Because if eggs is continuously 60 cents, somebody will walk in buy all the eggs.
Yup.
So in order to make sure everybody has the ability to buy some eggs, they will probably increase the price of eggs. Eggs will probably be $500, such that everybody will still buy the same amount of eggs.
Also, to add to this, right, is that banks, the base interest rate is not like 1 to 2%. It's 0.0 something one.
Depends lah.
The base interest rate.
Mine, but then after you do stuff.
Yeah lah, then it ranges lah.
Yeah.
But the base is 0.0 something.
But is there a risk to investment?
There is higher risk usually look at a higher reward. So for example, if you look at 30 years ago, would you have invested in Amazon? Because they used to sell books. Then after they sell books, then you want to become supermarket. Then you're like, why don't you stay in your lane? Because your book's not doing too well either. Then what makes you think you have to know how to sell everything? Yeah. But if you that day you dare to all in your $5,000 savings, today you're a millionaire. Yeah. But you probably don't dare. You probably put like maybe $200. Right? Then you continue buying the company that's doing well at its time, maybe Microsoft. Then your return won't safer for Microsoft, but it's like that. But if you hedge it all on Amazon, then your return will be like that because it's not like 10%, 20% return. It's like 5,000, 10,000% rate of return. Yeah. So either way, when I age 50, 55, I will become a millionaire. It's whether I can bring in this millionaire status when I'm 40, 45. I could if I manage to catch the next Amazon. Yeah.
Question, to invest, right? I always assume like you have to have a certain risk appetite to do so. Correct?
Depends also. Some really the risk is just very small.
Because okay, when I first started investing, right, I thought like I should do the safer ones, like with maybe like an insurance company, for example. Okay.
No
Okay.
problem.
And then like they will ask me to do this like risk-taking skill. And the agent tell me, right, if your risk is below, right, like half, you cannot do. Like they would not allow you to buy. So they'll fake like go put like I damn risky. Also, I'm asking, okay, that was a mistake.
Did you get scammed?
Yes, I did. Is there any way I can complain? Can someone tell me?
Even if he explained to you properly, you still got scammed.
Yeah, as in I got scammed. No, I did. I really wanted to complain.
Right.
Okay, but anyway, I was thinking like, if I'm not a risk taker at all, like I'm very scared of losing my money, because in my head, like if I put in the bank, right, like okay, maybe I will lose to inflation a bit, but at least like the
Not
number,
maybe, sorry. If you put in a bank, it's not maybe you will lose inflation to a bit. It's you 100% will lose to inflation. Okay, carry on. So now you tell me whether investing is a risk or not.
Okay, minus that one. So if, let's say I put my money in the bank, right?
Back to ignorance.
I just see the number like nice number.
Okay.
But if I put it in like investments, for example, and then it will fluctuate, right?
Yeah.
And then like I'm sometimes I feel a bit like scared.
Yeah.
Do you think like I'm not made for investing?
No.
I think
you just haven't survived enough cycles.
I don't think it's just about surviving enough cycles. For example, if you walk on the street, right, then you fear the risk of getting attacked by somebody, right? It's because you never educate yourself enough. Okay, I only have my example, okay? So if you learn how to fight, you learn how to self-defense, you learn how to do this kind of thing, right? You recognize and are able to calculate and mitigate risk. Then it becomes controlled. Then you don't fear it so much because you understand it. And I think for investment, it's very similar to that. If you don't educate yourself enough, right, you don't even know how to measure it. So by educating yourself, then I think you slowly will realize and recognize what you are risking, what kind of risk you are taking, and how much risk that is involved. Then from there, you can make a more educated decision. But I feel like this one is also for people who have a lot of other things secured already. When we talk about the foundational stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you don't know whether you're going to be able to pay for the certain things, right, and whatnot, then that's different already.
Okay, are you insured?
Yes, I have hospital.
Critical
and
illness?
Yes. Oh, you remember?
No, I don't know. I'm asking
Yeah,
you.
correct.
Okay. Then, but you don't have death yet?
No.
Okay, never mind. Chill. That one you revisit before about 27. Because if I'm not wrong...
27?
Because
So
as you
early?
get older when you buy, right, it get more and more expensive. Also, we don't know when shit will happen. Lah. How much you spend on food?
Food.
Because right now you only got food, telephone bill, right?
Oh my god, I tell you, my Grab is like $300 every month.
Oh, then why don't take train?
Tired.
I see. No, I understand.
Important. Yeah.
I save 500 aside for my future plan
Uh-huh.
because I just BTO.
Congrats.
Okay, so every month you use finish your money, except this $500.
Around there.
Okay. And this $500.
What are you spending on, yeah?
No, because before you
Hey, I'm not earning a lot, okay? Adult money.
but before
Not enough.
you full time you intern with us and then our intern allowance is less than 1K. So like where did all the money go?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I think the biggest problem is lifestyle inflation.
Okay. I fully grasp that. Okay. But I can also understand from her perspective. At the start, right, most people blow their first month. Right? Their first adult money is for them to kind of like, okay, now I can customize my avatar to what I always envisioned it to be, right?
Like,
Because before that, I just need to eat to make it to the next month, you know?
Yeah.
I need to survive. So I can get the jump. I would personally, in my
months.
own experience also, about 3 months.
Yeah.
I think most people have a wake-up call. Like, I think
Oh my God.
one of our colleagues off camera, right, he also shared with us that when he first got his first job, he also blow his money. I think a few months, right, until his bank account, he see only got 2 digits. Then that was his wake-up call.
Wait, I not until so rabak.
Yo,
Prevent
for a lot
yourself
of
from
my
getting
mid
there.
early 20s, right, I hit below $20 one eh. Quite often
You
one
know
eh.
why? Because that time credit card not
Oh, it's
a
not
thing.
galak.
Maybe.
Because I feel since the 20s, I didn't get a credit card until like maybe 27.
Yeah, I don't dare to take like
Like
now.
I purely use my debit card. I think because of that, right, my bank account won't hit the near zero mark. Because every time I see, right, then I like, I
Yeah.
already have a warning. But I feel like a mistake that a lot of young people make is like, maybe they think like with a credit card I can buy anything I want. I just pay later, never mind, I settle at the end of the month or whatever. Then when they don't hit it, right, and then they start to pay late and shit, and then everything starts rolling.
Right.
Because they're spending money they don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
No, which is why I think for her case, the longer you put off these things, I feel like it will affect a lot more later. So 3 months, right, is maybe for you to calibrate, for you to enjoy, and then after that slowly taper it down and calibrate, right? So you know, okay, what is a reasonable amount of my monthly expenses, right? That allows me to live a comfortable enough life, but not be spending excessively. Then from there, right, then once you carve out that amount, right, let's say here maybe it's like 1K or even 1.5 lah, okay? Then the rest of the money, right, is then now you can start to divide up and figure out where it should be allocated to. When I started off, right, earning adult money, right, I was just like, okay, I need to save a shit ton. So I actually saved a good amount of money. Like, but I never invest. That's the worst part.
Right.
I just save. Then I keep holding this amount. This is the most scary part, right? When I got a large amount of money, but I have no financial literacy, suddenly I'm introduced to trading. I'm introduced to investment, but I don't know anything about it.
Right.
But I have large amounts to play with.
Was that me?
So where?
It's not me lah, right? That was before that lah, right?
Before you.
Okay, thank God.
In the middle, like, yeah. So then I put large amount, then all disappear. So I had to almost I did restart my entire savings journey and investment journey around 30 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everything reset.
I like to say I was at the disappearance.
Huh?
Because my one mistake was I just follow friends because I want to jump on the high and then my money also disappeared.
All together, yeah.
That's my first introduction to trading. No, but
That's why you need to start now. I tell you,
Yeah.
the privilege to be able to blow $10,000-$20,000. After that, getting to not being in debt. When I was 30, I don't have that kind of money to blow. I had 3 chapter markers in my financial literacy journey. In my first job, one of my first clients was CPF. And then in this company, one of our first clients is DBS. So we had to create financial literacy content. Literally, we were creating content to teach people about financial literacy while I was struggling trying to swim on my debt and learning how to manage my money. But that one helped me understand the definitions of everything. The beauty of compound interest, the beauty of dollar cost averaging, what is a unit trust, what is an ETF, what is the index, blah, blah, blah. So I learned all that, but no money to do anything. But then that gives me the basics. Right, almost like knowing how to read the mahjong tile, but don't know how to play mahjong. Right, like or don't know how to hula. The second one was when I put $100 into the Straits Times Index, which is I started researching why is my money not going up? Why is it going down a bit? Why only go up by this amount? Then people say, oh, don't buy Singapore index, go and buy the American index. Then I'm like, why? What is the difference? Aren't we like
Support
stronger
local.
or faster growing country? Like why is our index so shit? Having skin in the game, right? After you park with some money, right? While you go and download the investment prospectus, you go and understand P&Ls, you go and do all that. So that was my second chapter marker after I got a bit of money inside. And then my third one was when I was going through a jialat burnout phase where I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know what I'm doing with the company. And then I needed to know who I am without the company. That was when I started day trading because I needed to know if I run the company to the ground, how will I live? How will I survive? Can I sit down like a computer and make money or not without doing dropshipping? And I think the problem with that third chapter marker was that I was very lucky in my first few trades. Made good amount of money. I thought I'm a god. I thought I've nailed this. That was when the overconfidence came. That's where I lost a lot of money and then slowly had to fight back. But that third chapter marker was very important to me in that learning how to day trade always, if it leaves this weight off my shoulder, that everything can go to shit. As long as I still got $10,000 savings, right? I can still trade my expenses back. You learn so many boleo things along the way, about
do you
how the
mean?
world works.
You mean with trading?
Yeah, beyond studying pattern.
But you can learn that with a lot of other things that you try.
But
also,
you won't care. The correlation don't matter to you. When you see Trump play the tariff war and his tariff war, how does that swing and affect the market? Now you may not care. But I tell you, when you got $50,000 in a swing trade at time, right? You super care how the tariff war affects the market. You super care. Jerome Powell just came out yesterday. He said something that's rather neutral. Not even good news. He didn't lower interest rate. But then all the global market prices went up. Why? He did not lower interest rate, what? Why did it go up? So when you got $50,000 stuck in the swing trade, you figure out why it went up. You know what I mean?
Most Singaporean couple, including us we plan to have wedding, reno, and the remaining house down payment in the same year. Which I think will be very financially burdened if we were to do that.
So it's very likely that if your boyfriend gets a job right after NS, and then you have 4 years of working experience, plus you contributing to your CPF, plus the company contributing to your CPF, it's very likely that both of you are by age 29, the remaining down payment of your house, right, is settled. You will have enough.
Really?
should be settled.
Should covered.
Oh, then
Should cover. You go and check your OA now, assuming your salary don't change, assuming his salary don't change. Just go and project your OA out until 2029. You should more than cover.
But he don't want to be the owner. He want to be an occupier. Because we plan to buy condo after that.
This girl making plans.
Until now, I never project so far.
Yes, yeah.
I
No,
never
so what
project
was it like for you and Pat when y'all were deciding?
When the house is coming already, it's really a bit no choice already. What I think was the good and the bad thing, which in the same decision, was that our house and our wedding and our renovation all came at the same time.
That was good.
And also bad. Obviously, it's bad because you need to spend a lot of money. Yeah, and it's super expensive. Then life becomes damn jialat. You start loaning money and all that stuff. But the good that came out of it, right, is that we could see our options and perspectives very, very clear. We know the house comes first. Then we know renovation quite important to an extent because we are going to live there every day for at least the next 5 years. So which are the parts that's important to us? We know we need to put money there. Wedding, to be honest, is a party. Some people spend half their annual income, which when you put things in perspective, right, then you realize, actually don't make sense. Why do I divert $10,000 so that you can get the video? I mean, honestly, I had everything. I was very blessed. Some we paid for, some was partnerships and all that stuff. And then we got video, we got picture, everything. We don't look at it anymore. We're done already. Maybe the first 3 years worth of anniversary, we swam the photo. Then finish already.
No, in 30 years, you'll be like, thank God I took the photo.
You will still have photos. You know what I mean?
But it's a memory.
It is a memory. You will still have photos. So you still go and get a photo. If by the time you get married, you still work here, I sponsor your wedding photography.
Yes, I will clip this part. Keep it in.
Can you fire before that? Sorry, we don't play with job security here.
Now you know what's optional. Yeah, or at least when everything comes together, you will be able to see like what is really actually optional
And then you paint
what is
that 1 year. I tell you the super privilege that I'm in now. Okay, is that my expensive big milestone finish already. My next milestone is when I get cancer or something like that.
Can you stop it?
That's true.
One in four.
Yeah. Then the next one is kids. Then since Pat and I have made the decision to very, very likely not to have kids, then also don't have to suddenly my wife pregnant, then we need to go and do this kind of so need to have like $15,000-$30,000 saved up for that. Also no need already. I remember I think 2-3 years after Pat and I moved into our first BTO, then we paid our final renovation installment. Just like finish. I have run out installment already. that feeling different And if you save up now, you don't even need to go through that feeling. You don't even need to do installments.
Going by this theme, and I'm trying to put myself in my 25-year-old shoes again, right? One of the few things that I regret not doing is investing in other things, other aspects of life. So outside of work, learning another skill. Like if I had taken up a sport or joined a community and acquired something else, right? I felt that was very valuable. Another one that I would pay for is a gym membership. Just for health, like focus on the health aspect. Because that one, right, I really regret. When I started exercising after 30, your body really feel different. Yeah,
Really?
and it's very sad because you actually feel a lot better when you exercise and are fitter. But it's also, you can feel that it's so much harder.
Especially for women. Women lose a lot of muscle after they hit 30.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
You got anything that you wish you did at 25?
Actually, I wish at 25, right, I'm not so susceptible to
Peer pressure.
peer pressure or opinions. So when I was 25 and my mom passed, right, and then I got a certain amount of money, then I started to panic because I feel like now it's only me, I have to settle myself. Like I don't have any safety net.
Yeah.
So I think I was a bit irrational. Everything my insurance agent say or my friends say, right, I will like think like, oh my god, I faster must buy this, or like do this. And it was 2019 in the era of like peak where everybody start like buying things and like crypto, they start earning a lot of things. Then robo investors was the new thing also.
Right.
And then I felt like, oh my god, I need to faster like put all my money in these kind of places. But I feel like I didn't study. And then when the market dipped, because also my personal risk appetite is not high, then I started panicking, like I make all these mistakes and I don't know how to recover from them. Now, after 6 years, then I feel like I finally slowly learn from my mistakes lah.
You know what I wish was different about money when I'm 25? I realized we both had no control of our money. But when Pat is 30, right, I can see where her money went. There is this bag, there is that bag. I had no idea where my money went.
Arcade.
No, but your money go into your business, bro.
No, at 25, I'm working for other people.
No, but
I
Went
know.
into that business. You know what I mean?
alcohol.
I didn't, and I don't drink. It's just
Yeah.
buying. And then I look at Pat, right? As much as I give her shit for buying her branded bag, right? I look at it, I'm like, at least that's where the money went. I can see it on the shelf there. It's there,
And she can sell it technically.
technically.
The
Yeah.
alcohol evaporated.
But it's not, it's like I spend a lot of money and I don't know, I don't even have memory. It's not like I have a damn good experience or what. Like. And that's when I realized, right, save on food was the meta. No matter what you put in your mouth, come out is sai one.
No, but
Cannot.
the
Treat yourself once in a
experience.
while. Yeah. You go Hai Di Lao, you eat. Also, at the end of Hai Di Lao, you feel like, I don't much.
I think the only reason why people splurge, right, on all these unnecessary expenses and material things, right, is because they don't have anything else going for them. If you are driven and you have a purpose and you have all these other things, right, everything else will kind of line up. You don't have time to go and look at, today Prada got sale, they got this bag I want to buy. I can go see whether the what color available and nonsense. You are working on something real.
I think for girls, there's a whole different set of like rule of the jungle.
Why? Because they don't need to take care of themselves.
I'm not joining you in this conversation. I feel like really when they go to their corporate environment and then they see that lady power walk her way in with the
buy a
Goyard
lady
bag, you
bag.
know, that kind of Chanel lady or boy, you know, they feel like if I have that, I will have that say.
Yeah.
And I feel like the currency for a lot of ladies in that age is attention.
But it's the same for men, right? They want those material things. They want that car because they see like this guy also have or their boss also have that kind of thing. But they're playing a game of comparison and of desire for these material things that is also superficial.
Okay, girl to girl, I give you a tip. Unfollow the brand and delete the app. No, because I got an online shopping problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
She
the
got a very
kind of
bad online
person,
shopping
right?
problem.
No, I'm the kind of person, when I see an Instagram ad, right? You know this necklace? I literally saw the ad for 5 seconds. I bought it. This is like $50. I bought it in the next like 10 seconds.
Fair enough.
Where no, I don't even know the brand. Like I just
Good. Means you just like the necklace.
Yeah, it's okay.
I respect that.
No, yeah, okay. I like the necklace.
Some people see a nail coin into a bracelet, they'll pay $10,000 for it. It's a nail.
But I had a phase, right? Every week, right, I will go and wait for the discount, and then I buy like in bulk, like $400, $400, $400.
what?
Cause I think like, okay, return, free shipping, free return. But then like I will forget about the return. Then I spend all this money.
Or
for-
lazy, yeah.
Then I have like my closet is just filled with clothes, right? And then when I start clearing every Chinese New Year, then I realize why I buy for.
Right.
It's all the same. Like I got this same pair of jeans, but 5. So I realized it's because I keep seeing Then I keep being like, hey, wow, they come out with new bag.
Social media is evil.
So if you say I don't want, I see too much, right? Then they'll be like, okay, then they show you other things, right? You're not interested, but you can at least swipe away.
Right.
Like they'll suddenly show you like gym, then you like whatever, then you just next.
Yeah. You must really spam the not interested. If not, right, you must block all this shit, one. If not, the internet is meant to corrode your brain, I tell you.
If you don't have
Like watching this kind of shit.
if you don't have self-discipline, I advise you to just don't see.
But subscribe.
No, like I don't buy.
Hit the like button. Last time Pat would tell me like she likes this bag, okay, from Chanel. Then after she realized, wow, Charles and Keith got this bag, look exactly the same. Then why don't you buy that one? That was $60 Yeah, and then she's like, no lah, don't want. It's copy one. Then we had so many conversations on, babe, you're always just buying the brand. You don't tell me you're buying for the design or the quality. Then she will say, no, I like the design. I like the design very nice, the quality very good, then can sell. Then I'm like, but do you sell? You don't sell anything, you just want to have it. So especially when Charles and Keith, our little homegrown brand, I love Charles and Keith, right? Have one bag that looks exactly like the Chanel one, then you still don't want to buy. And that to me is a disease.
Why? No, yeah, but what is the psychology behind it? Because you know when we went to Vietnam and then the leather shop, right?
Yeah.
Then they make the slipper is the Hermes slipper.
Yeah.
Then I see it, I'm like, but I wouldn't wear that. Like I said, I mean it's for women lah, but if I was a woman lah. Actually no lah, whatever lah. Men also can wear women's slipper, right?
It's not nice to begin with.
No, yeah, okay.
What the f***?
Yeah, sure. But I can still feel the that's a copy.
Yeah.
You know?
But
But I don't know what is that.
But it's the same with watches, all look the same.
Watch a little bit different because the shit's made like gold and silver and platinum.
But you also will
It's
pam,
like
pam,
a
pam,
bunch
pam.
of precious. But I
No
don't get it
lah,
also. I
but
don't
it's
get
right
it
lah.
also.
Yeah, like
I
Seiko
don't get it.
craftsmanship, fantastic $300 diver watch,
Yeah,
right?
lor.
But then you pay $15,000 for a Rolex, but it's the exact same thing.
So I have a G-Shock. I can water, can fall down, can throw.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can pass me my
Knock.
watch. Then you just throw. Then I'm not even worried yet. I just catch, and if I miss, then hit the table. Hit lor.
Yeah.
You know, whereas my friends will have a $30,000 watch that when they walk and then they touch the wall, they're like, yo.
Yeah, hey bro, can you walk on the outside?
It's an ego problem.
What is the thing?
But I'm an egoistic person.
Yeah.
But where is
Yeah.
this? Yeah.
No, actually can buy just when you're not struggling.
Well, why? I'm not even at why not. I'm at why.
I don't know, because what else is there to do in life?
Exactly.
No, I
right.
think that
That's what I
okay,
think about all the time.
early
So you
20s,
just
right?
enjoy yourself.
I had this brand loyalty for this Y3, right? Walao eh. I go to their shop, right? I'm so excited, no. I finally got adult money, right? The stupid part is that I go there, right? I want to buy so many things. But then this shorts is the only thing that got my size.
Yeah.
So I just like, I so desperate to buy, you know. So I buy the thing that I don't really like. But I thought like, okay, look nice. I go home and wear, right? I see it like,
Yeah.
So I spent $600, right? I never wore it again. It's still in my room.
But you won't throw
Because I
because you
cannot
spend
bear
too much
to-
money on it. Yeah.
Why you not sell?
Nobody will
No,
buy. It's damn ugly.
Yeah, and it's not even about that, you know. That's the problem, you know. It's so ridiculous, eh. That stupid hoodie, the black hoodie that I wear every time look like Uniqlo. Y3. Same. I just like, for
I
some
know,
reason,
I follow you
cannot
into
trick.
that shop.
Yeah. I
You
cannot
say nice,
fall
then I'm
into
like,
buying
I'm at
this
the stage
shit.
where I'm buying clothes from Shopee.
You know how I sold my own brain, convinced myself to buy that hoodie? Because it can turn inside out and can wear both way. Because
how much?
stupid.
Buy two.
Yeah, it's two for the
for
price of
one.
one, ma.
Yeah. So how much is one?
Can't remember lah.
400.
400.
Oh, 200, sorry.
A lot of our financial goals are based on very material things. And if you remove all these material things, right, the amount you need to live a happy, enjoyable life and continue to do the things that you need to do, right, is actually a lot less than you think. But it's when you add in all these funny, literally superficial things that people are trying to sell you constantly and shove in your face and market to you, right? Then suddenly you realize they're like, oh, I need to spend money on this, need to spend money. But actually, no. Like, I think at this point, I only have one subscription-based app that I pay for. Everything else, right, I remove already. So when you look at like what you're spending on now, right, or you want to evaluate all these other factors, right, and what your lifestyle look like, how much it will cost, right, I think you need to look at really what is necessary.
Can you try now at this point in your life, right? Have a spreadsheet for everything you spend on until account all your money.
Like every month.
Even if you go Hai Di Lao, write down the Hai Di Lao, then after that you can look at categories and know how much you spend. Because after you take a step back, then you realize, oh my god, I spent 1,200 on food, right? Then you realize, no need wa. You know, or like your Grab $300 maybe is an estimate, or maybe they produce that account for you. But then I'm realizing that you spend $300 on Grab, it's like, wow, no need what? Because the alternative, if you don't Grab and you use public transport, the money is like is cut by 90% one.
There was a month where I was consistently spending $1,000 on Grab. Then after that, I like, wow, what the am I doing? Like, I need to
You yeah. move to
wake
Bongo
up.
lah, where everything's more accessible.
No, I know. That's the crazy part. I stay Bishan
Oh yeah.
I stay Bishan, but I Grab like 3 times a day kind of nonsense. Then I'm like, what am I doing?
I actually did that, like an Excel sheet for a year.
Yeah.
So I go to my credit card, right? Then I open, then I see all the inputs, right? Then I put it in. So you know how much for food, transport, bills, subscription, and like any additional money you earn like outside of this job, let's say you have. Then from there, right, I see the months that negative one, then I highlight red. So it will like push me to like know that I have to save more. Like it's like a indication in my brain that I have to save more.
It's super mafan, but you don't have to do it for long one.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
fault.
Just do it for a year.
Again, to reiterate for people, like this is a very early mistake, is that people think, okay, I'm going to spend whatever, and after I spend, then the remaining is I will decide what to do with it. But it should always be the other way around lah.
Yeah.
It should be allocate all the necessary things already, then the remaining excess is how much you spend. Like it's a budgeting strategy almost. Yeah. Okay, Jia, I hope you will learn a lot today.
A lot. Yes.
You're acting not convincing, yeah.
Her only notes is a heart shape and a house.
Okay, if you have any more questions, let us know in the comments down below.
Or join our Telegram community. Maybe we'll set a topic. And then you got questions, then we answer. But you know, it's not real financial advice. It's just our advice.
Bye.
Goodbye, see you in the next episode. Bye.
Yeah, okay,
We are
thanks.
just opening and closing.
We recently BTO, right?
Congrats again.
Hey, thank you. Hey, clap ah.
Enough lah, faster. What's the question?
Where do you get your video?
Don't judge
Cannot
us.
say, man.
Jurong.
Oh God.
Hey.
Never mind.
You better
I
save
need
more.
cheaper.
Actually, don't need to save much.
But I need to buy car. Need to
Why?
save more.
Why?
Why need buy car?
There,
Jurong.
Ulu.
Honestly, this is a horrible financial decision.
I know. Got one thing I learned in my financial journey. Car is not an asset. It's a depreciating asset.
Sure, it's a liability lah.
Oh,
You BTO foreign flat, foreign flat.
4.
It's likely that you don't need to pay.
Yeah lah, in Jurong some more.
Hey.
They pay you money when you go there.
Thank you for coming to the West.
Yeah, please help us populate this
Eh,
place.
okay lah, that one eh.
No, but the train stations are going there now, so that's nice.
No, the MRT at Jurong not even called Jurong. It's like Pioneer or something.
I at Taman Jurong.
What's that?
The worst part.
The
Hey,
factory?
honestly, nobody, half the people click out when you say Jurong.
After Taman left, it's just Jurong now.
Wow, that jokes, yeah, you.